So Tonkla is obsessed with getting it raw. Great knows time is shady. Tonkla didn't actually kill his brother but murdered his brother's killer. Someone is after the cop win. Great and Con are not actually brothers. I feel a headache coming on cause why is so much happening in one single episode of the series? My flowers are officially ghosted and I have no idea where this story is going anymore. But let's unravel it together bit by bit. Someone commented on my last recap video the other day that the first clip of each episode shows an event that will happen in the future. So I guess from the last episode we can gather that Tonkla took revenge for his brother's death and killed this guy who we see in the first clip of episode 3. So I'm quite happy to realize that Tonkla might not be a psycho killer that I initially thought he was. Even the police uncle here says that this victim is targeted for revenge, and then the way Vin stares into the distance, does he know that Tonkla killed this guy? Dr. Time is not an empath and that is okay. At least he cares about Great and so he checks in on Dome. Dr. Time intubating a patient on palliative care when she specifically asked him not to and undermining their autonomy shows how cold-blooded and indifferent he can be. I'm not a doctor, but I have worked in healthcare and I know it's unethical to override a patient's informed consent and autonomy. I think what the writer is trying to express about Time's personality here is that he likes having control. Control over his patients and situations in general, believing that what he is doing is what's best for people around him. He's also quite emotionally detached from people and his surroundings except for maybe Great because he seems to genuinely care about him and his feelings from what we saw in this episode. Con, you're handsome as fuck in this bathrobe and your hair parted like that, but I hate you for ignoring Tonkla. What excuse do you have for ignoring his calls for so many days? This is why I have trust issues with men, because you are telling me you didn't have a minute to call your boyfriend while it's been days since his brother died and he's grieving? I don't think you like that boy. You just use his body to vent, that's it. What's the significance of Great seeing only 11:01 on his clock when he's alone? Is it the time he died? I don't get it and it frustrates me. The fact that Con will always pick up Great's call but never Tonkla's is diabolical to me. It's insanity because how the hell do you have time to pick up Great's call but never baby Tonkla's? You're fucking sick, you sexy red flag of a man. Stalker Daddy Time is here with a cup of Thai tea for baby Great. This is what I mean when I say that he's indifferent towards everybody else but he's so attentive towards Great. Or is it because of some other motives? But what motive could he have with Great? He's already doing what needs to be done via that woman at the gambling basement. Why does he need Great in his life? Great ends up seeing his 4-minute future and is finally able to convince someone else other than him that he has this ability. I'm glad he found a person other than himself to deal with this issue because it's clearly taking a toll on him. Time now knows that Great possesses this ability. Now the question is, what will he do with this information? Will he help Great or do something else, something sinister with this information? But so far, I don't think he wants to harm Great. I think he's genuinely interested in him because, well, Great is handsome and they have things in common, like feeling lonely even when surrounded by people and the fact that Great looks very breathable to him. Dr. Den is still mad at his friend Time for intubating his patient who didn't want to be intubated. This is the difference between a friend and a boyfriend. If a friend is mad, you ask a rhetorical question like, "Am I your fucking boyfriend for you to be acting all upset like this?" On the other hand, if Great acted like this, Dr. Time's response would be completely different. Anyway, interesting thing here is that Den has a patient similar to Great and they decide to let those two interact with each other and then observe them. Great sees 4 minutes into his future again, and this time I think it's the other patient and him meeting, the one who has the same issue as him. Okay, this vending machine game scene was the best scene of the whole episode for me. It was just so adorable and needed for us to see how great the chemistry is between Time and Great. Like it's oozing like a popped pimple. We also see how pitiful Great's childhood has been because even though he has so much money, he never got to enjoy his childhood and never got to do this kid stuff, which is honestly so sad. We also get to see here that Time genuinely cares for Great and is upset that he never got to play on the vending machine game. So he won all those cute cat plushies for him. After this, I cannot hate Time. I mean, I couldn't hate him anyway because he's literally so hot, but still. The raging bull has a soft side. Who knew? Who knew? We also got to see Dr. Time's nerdy side because only a nerdy boy would research how people are able to win plushies on these claw machines. It shows a human side of him which is adorable to see. Their heart to heart in the car and that almost kiss. Oh my god, my breathing almost stopped when they were about to kiss. But that grandma, she is the real villain of the show and she had to interrupt at the worst possible time. Time and Great also discussed how different their upbringing is but how similar they are in terms of family situations. Great also said that his mother married his current dad when he was already a grown-up. So now we know that Con and Great are not related but are step-siblings. Wherever we go, the step-sibling love trope will never leave us alone. But I'm not mad. I like stepbrothers trope. But I don't think it will happen in this show. But if it did happen, I won't be mad. The way Great places his tiny hand on Time's huge hand and then gets flashbacks of getting greeted by him. Oh my gosh, insane. Like it's insane to know that he's approaching Time knowing what will happen in the future. It's almost like he wants that sexy dream to become a reality. Side note, the way the director is creating so much anticipation for the first kiss between Time and Great, I hope you're not let down in the next episode. Otherwise, I would have to do some serious day drinking to get over that disappointment. Now the basement gambler girl tries to steal some random documents which I have no idea what they were and why they are in the safe, and she tries to make a run for it but it's kidnapped by Con's men. Con, in my opinion, is digging his own grave deeper and deeper. Not only is the gambling business fully illegal, now you are kidnapping your own employee as well, the one who was technically sexually harassed by your employee. You are cooked handsome, you're so done for, especially when the raging bull Time is coming after you. Now the question is, will Great pick your side when the time comes or Time's? The only green flag in the show, Vin, is Kick Dog Tonkla's brother's murder case. It looks like his boss is controlled by the murderer. So this is obviously a very high profile case and something bigger than we originally anticipated. Now Tonkla knows how much out of hours duty Vin was doing for him, so it's not hard to guess that Vin wants Tonkla's ass. Tonkla is heartbroken after Con's constant ghosting and betrayal, so he uses Vin to soothe his heart. Notice how with Con, Tonkla is always focused on satisfying him, even foregoing his own satisfaction for him. But with Vin, it's like he's just using his body to satisfy himself and take revenge on Con for betraying him. Like when Vin made him come, he immediately pushed him and went to wash up and didn't care if Vin had come or not. But with Con, he didn't even care if he came because he was so focused on making Con happy. So basically he's doing to Vin what Con did to him. But Vin, oblivious to it all, is just happy that his crush let him score. You clueless puppy Vin, what are we gonna do with you? You're gonna lose your job, you might even lose your life trying to win Tonkla's heart, but I doubt it will ever happen. Try giving it to him raw. He might start falling for you after that. Thank you, director, for giving us Bible in his white undies, smoking under the rainy sky. It was blissful to watch and we know it was purely for aesthetics, so thank you. Great using his 2 brain cells to figure out what the hell is happening to him. Also him dramatically circling the word sex. Like, is that all you can think about from everything that has happened? Like, not the suicidal auntie, not Dome almost dying, but sex with the raging bull Time? Huh? You horny cutie pie? Great summons a midnight meeting with his only confidant slash big brother slash potential BF, Con. They didn't even have time to discuss much yet when Time comes in and puts a knife on Con's neck, demanding him to know about the girl who got kidnapped. But Great comes in to protect Con. Do you guys see? Time didn't hit Great at all. I know the bar is in hell, but did you see he was just trying to make an escape? He didn't hurt him even once. He has fallen for Great already. But the bigger shock is that he revealed himself to Great. Why did he do that? So that Great would let him go? But isn't this a bad move because now Great kinda hates him? How will he convince Great to like him after this? Guys, the plot gets thicker and thicker each episode. I wonder when will it start getting thinner.